formed of players that have certainly been around the block once or twice.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm looking at these rosters and I'm like, oh, hey, I recognize this name and this name and that name and that name, all from different rosters. Obviously, I mean, I just took a look, like Chico, for example. Big fan of those. I've seen him play in Spotlight. Seen him play in a couple other rosters, I believe too. But like, it's like a who's who of the tier 2 Valorant scene right now, just kind of all brought together in one place. It's pretty exciting.
It is really a who's who. This is almost an all-stars matchup, if you will, for Valorant Sunday Showdowns. One of the VSS favorites here, the Iconic, featuring on the Killjoy for Pugstars on Ascent. Iconic, formerly of Mystify, and more recently featuring on the Las Vegas Inferno roster. So certainly been around the block, as I said. Iconic, one of our favorite players here at the Valorant Sunday Showdown. And Ascent, one of our favorite maps here in the Valorant Sunday Showdown, picked 15 times in top 32 last week, and certainly this week, maybe looking to even beat that number. So as we take a trip around these familiar halls, we take a quick think about these team comps, with both of these team comps featuring a Killjoy here on Ascent.
Yeah, and that's almost no surprise to me. The Killjoy, on Ascent in particular, so powerful because especially, I mean, both attack and defense, but specifically on the attack, you can essentially just get a site for free a lot of times with the Killjoy, and it's like, oh, hey, cool, there's just no one here because we forced them all out with our Killjoy. And so oftentimes you see like the Hunter's Fury waiting to maybe deny that, where we have two Sovas as well, Arctic and Simple, both very good Sova players that I've seen before. So this should be an exciting matchup here, Dilly, and I'm ready to get it started.
Absolutely. Lots of talent loaded into the map here, and we're already seeing some fireworks popping off. Bossy holding down Catwalk, about to greet two members of the Zoomer Academy. Here we go. Bossy dashes away from the fight, looking to get a bit of hit and run. There's the chase given by 7. Arctic takes down Bossy. Cheat Code takes down Bones for the side of Pugstars. Kills going 1 for 1 thus far on A site as the spike going down. Here comes the retake. Man takes down the defenders. Man picking up the double kill, and now Valen has some work to do here from this heaven angle. Gets spotted out by that recon bolt. So disappointing for the side of Valen, but here comes Iconic trying to save the day. Gets the headshot, won't find the kill, and now Valen, the lone defender remaining. The Zoomer Academy with 4 attackers after a very succinct execute onto A site.
Yeah, very solid indeed. Valen does pick up 1, but I mean, it's still going to be a difficult retake. 1 coming through the smoke. The tag, in fact, in the frag, but that is going to be the cue for everyone else to swing around and pick up that kill. Valen going down. So 1-0 here. Zoomer Academy with a solid start here on the attacker side of Ascent. Like you said, map we see non-stop here in the North American scene. It seems like this map happens so often. It's crazy. But yeah, wonderful stuff. I really like that take, Dilly. It just was simple, you know, the split through mid and then go straight in. Easy stuff. And they got the frags. No problems there. So we are coming into, well, the force buy round. Both sides buying up. See if that force buy is going to be effective, though, for the defense.
Pugstars certainly staying true to their name with this force buy, as aggressive as possible, but maybe too aggressive was Iconic. Bones putting the punish down and B long, and now Pugstars with only 4 defenders remaining, trying to even the tides there up A corridor, but they won't find a fight. Zoomer Academy not looking to oblige them there. Zoomer Academy, with their own patented tempered aggression here, have exerted extreme pressure onto Pugstars, and it shows. Zoomer Academy have really mastered this aggression alongside the rotations, and it's paying off in spades. Valen unable to find the cheeky damage there. It's all up to Simple, holding it down onto B site. Will lose out to Bones, and now Zoomer Academy spilling out onto B site. 7 laying down the damage through the smoke. That is big time numbers for 7, racking up onto cheat code there. And now Pugstars in this 3v5 situation, all 5 members of Zoomer Academy sporting full health, sporting SMGs as well. Pugstars with a tall task on their hands. 7 holding down this off angle. Man holding down the B main corridor. Bossy considering the options, but with that Bucky, it is a tough option to consider. The shot goes out, the damage goes out, but man wins out in the end. Takes down Bossy. Pugstars in a 2v5 now. Valen trying to work out some heroics, but won't get anything done there. Brought down to 17 HP. Zoomer Academy wipe up the floor with a flawless execute there of Pugstars force buy that was doomed from the start.
Well, I know you said maybe, you know, it's kind of Pugstars' MO for that sort of aggression coming through. It's actually my first time getting to watch these guys all together, at the very least, and I really liked what I saw right there. Getting aggressive over towards A and Catwalk, making sure to gain that map control, so key in Ascent in particular. I think that's really what defines a good team from a not that great team, is that map control style. But here we go. It is just the pistols, but it's getting aggressive. Simple and Bones trading out, though. As now that's another very nice shot that time from Bossy, as it is a man advantage though for Pugstars despite pistols in hand, and that's forced the rotation. All 3 of these attackers moving over towards A, push through Catwalk, but there's still 1-2 defense sitting in the corner. Seems to be aware of it, but Iconic with the shotgun able to pick up the 1, and it trades back and forth, but that just leaves Arctic in this difficult 1-on-3. Takes the spike plant and tries to get up aggressive, but Valen wins the gunfight with the recovered SMG, and that's a round on the board for Pugstars in an unlikely fashion.
Absolutely unlikely indeed. Pugstars showing just how dangerous they can be, taking some heads while they're at it, showing Zoomer Academy, putting them on notice, frankly, with the Sheriffs, especially the Shorty, making an entrance into that round as well. Pugstars doing the best they can with what they've got. Won't be enough, rather, to destabilize the economy of Zoomer Academy quite yet, but still a much-needed round on the board for Pugstars. And now Zoomer Academy once again looking to establish that mid-control that you touched on, that is so important for Zoomer Academy to move around this map.
Indeed. Pugstars getting, you know, maybe a little bit of a slow start, not really wanting to overextend things, as there is a couple players grouped up over towards A. The Omen now sitting in wine might be in a difficult spot if this smoke fades at an inopportune time. But elsewhere, full mid-control gain for the attackers. And now this is a solid position for an A split.
Look at Bossy, though. This is a big flank, and that's big damage. Fletcher taken out, and Bossy gets away with it for free. 7, though, inflicting some pain of their own. Takes down Valen, takes down Chico. The double kill there for 7, pushing forward. Bossy trying to mount a response here, but the walls are closing in. Pugstars with only 1 defender left on the A side of the map. Killjoy trying to wrap around through heaven. It's a little, too late, but Iconic says, I have just arrived. The double kill for Iconic gives Pugstars a hope in this round. Now is Simple in the 1v2. The spike hasn't gone down yet, and Simple with a massive amount of information gained by that recon bolt. But man, I didn't see man coming. Simple didn't see man coming, and man closes it out for Zoomer Academy, and Zoomer Academy re-extend their lead here on attack.
Yeah, I mean, and to be fair, I don't think anyone would have seen that coming. I mean, it's a 2-on-1. You want to play the trade, play together. But man, it's just like, no, don't worry. I'll take care of it all on my own. It's fine. We'll just, you know, just hang out on site over there, 7. You can have a good time. Or it wasn't 7. I don't even know who it was. It doesn't
Bones,
matter.
I believe. But yeah, Bones was told to just hold on to the spike. I got this one, buddy. Man, put the team on their back for that one. And now the dueling blade storms here in this A-long corridor. It's all going to come to a head here. And no, so close. All the daggers miss, but who doesn't miss? It's man once again. Putting the hurt down on Pugstars. Zoomer Academy for the at least the 2nd time in this matchup get themselves the opening kill in a 5v4 with 3 ults in the pocket for Zoomer Academy. This is prime time position for the attack.
The Jet didn't have have any weaponry, but
Ooh.
could recover some, and those 2 kills certainly make things difficult now for the defense of Pugstars to try and do much of anything else. It's just Omen, Sova left, and now Simple is trying to look for a frag towards mid, has close to clear as they move over towards B. The attackers, Valid getting cheeky around the smoke, does come through, the spray is just not quite there. And in fact, the spray, speaking of which, is very good from the other side of that door. Thanks Simple down to just 30 HP. And so I would imagine Simple is probably just going to be trying to get maybe a kill, maybe get out with his life, but that's going to be a tall task against 4 of these attackers who are already looking to be on the hunt.
Absolutely. Zoomer Academy, we praise them so much for the individualistic talent that is available on this roster, but what mustn't go underpraised here is the team coordination. Zoomer Academy have been limiting Pugstars' ability here. Simple taking out Bones there with a bit of retribution, but Zoomer Academy have been limiting Pugstars' ability to get multi-kills here in this match. Zoomer Academy have only been giving 1-2 kills at the most at a time, and so Pugstars haven't been able to make those big plays that they would want to be making to really turn the tides of this match, and that's been the difference maker thus far. Zoomer Academy staying together, they have the individualistic talent, but that team coordination has really set them apart the last few rounds.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. It's really been impressive from Zoomer Academy, though this time it's going to be full rifles out for both sides with the exception of Cheat Code, who just has the Stinger. And, well, that's not the biggest of deals. Cheat Code on the Reyna, I mean, honestly, has done much more with less. So, not the biggest deal there. Most of the attackers over towards A, but right now, a bit of a default. One player kind of on each of the extremities of the map just to hold off any aggression, but that aggression not incoming, at least for the time being. The only aggressive angle for the defense is over towards mid with Cheat Code in the corner on Catwalk. That might change though, as there is one player grouping up with them in that position. Either way, the attackers moving toward B, what'll look like a B hit.
Yeah, Zoomer Academy making a bit of a read here on Pugstars, understanding that it's likely Iconic is solo on this B site, and the lockdown will further their position onto B site. So Zoomer Academy looking now, turning their sights onto the B site, but the push is slow. The push is hesitant. The smokes were a bit delayed from Zoomer Academy, and that's allowed Pugstars to rotate in tow now. Here comes the push, but it may be too late. Bossy TV gets the action started, takes down Fletcher. There's the Empress from the side of Zoomer Academy. Bones picks up the first kill, maybe of many. The Hunter's Fury now from Zoomer Academy as well. Arctic looking for the snipes, won't find any damage. This time around, Pugstars now in a 4v4, looking to set up this retake. Bones though, with that Empress still running, finds the kill onto Simple. 7 takes down Bossy, and oh my goodness, Zoomer Academy snuff out the Pugstars.
Well, and you mentioned that Hunter's Fury, Dilly, that wasn't even necessarily meant to get any frags or damage. It took out the lockdown on the defense. That was the big key. Iconic's lockdown got taken out, and so what was going to very much assist the retake was gone. There was no chance, and then just winning out the gunfights. Bones, in particular, stepping up massively in that round, and it's 5-1. Starting to run away with this is Zoomer Academy. Pugstars, they need to respond. I consider this a bit of a defensive map. I don't know about you, but this certainly has tended to go defensive in my experience.
So you are absolutely right about that, though the margin is slight as Man gets the opening kill. Arctic follows up with a kill onto Valen there. This save round for Pugstars not going terrifically well. Bones picks up the kill on the A corridor rather. Or no, that was B corridor. Doubted myself for just a moment. Bossy picks up the kill on 7. 2 members remaining here for Pugstars. Bossy though gets taken out through the smoke, and now Iconic in a 1v4. But you are absolutely correct about that. In the 15 times we saw Ascent picked up last week in the top 32, defenders won 52% of the time. So while it is that defending favored side, margin is still slight. There is still some room for Pugstars to grow in this first half, but Zoomer Academy taking 6 of the last 7, have just provided an onslaught here for Pugstars to try and deal with.
Yeah, I mean, even despite the slight margin overall, I mean, it is certainly, it's difficult if you go down there on your defensive side to try and fight that back. But one key to the fight back I've often seen has been an operator, and Bossy has one of those in hand and ready to go. A couple of ultimates as well, by the way, for the defense. Less so on the attacker side, and it's looking like a very fast round over towards A. Might be a good read. There's 3 players here in defense. There's the dash coming through. There's the Bones. The frag, simple trades with a follow-up as well. 7 gets a double kill to come through. Valen trying to stop things, but it is not quite enough. So 2 on 2, and 7 continues this aggression. Almost gets taken out by that operator I was just talking about, but still solid positioning as the door is broken down. Now going to be difficult, and Iconic catches 7 watching the wrong direction, and Arctic gets smoked off just for a moment. In fact, gets spotted out by Iconic on the edge of that smoke, and that is a victory. Pugstars, a very much needed round. I said the operator would help. Well, it didn't help all that much, but it certainly didn't hurt.
Absolutely, a much needed round for Pugstars indeed. Coming off the back of that Iconic double kill, certainly you can expect a game in which Iconic gets going always bodes well for his team and bodes not very well for the enemy team. Iconic has been nothing but iconic here in the Valorant Sunday Showdown, wrapping up MVP awards for himself, wrapping up championship titles for his teams, and now is back with the Pugstars, looking to once again etch his name in the Valorant Sunday Showdown history. That round could have been a very important step forward, but 7 looking to take those very same steps, dashes forward out onto A site. Valen, though, gets the action started onto Bones, takes the head off. There's 7 trying to get some work done with the Blade Storm, is denied by Man, who takes down Iconic up in heaven. The kills going 1 for 1 thus far. Pugstars still have 2 ultimates available. Bossy could pop the Blade Storm should they want to. Gonna stick with the operator for now. This 4v4 as the spike ticks down. There's the Blade Storm for Bossy, trying to get this angle, but blocked by the Paranoia. No updrafts available now. 7 takes down Valen. 7 takes down Bossy, but here comes the defense right around the corner. They are pinching in on the site. Fletcher trying to stay alive, loses out to Simple. Now a 1v1. Sova v Sova. Arctic up against Simple. Who will win? Simple clutches it out with the triple kill. Pugstars get 2 rounds in a row. Pugstars get themselves very much into this match.
And Simple also 4 bullets in the chamber, no problem. I don't need to reload. I'm gonna hit the headshot through the wall. Easy does it. Simple leading the scoreboard for their team as well. And to close out that clutch, really great stuff all the way around it. And that really does stabilize this Pugstars side. Sure, the economy's, not quite there. Still lots of money available for Zoomer Academy, but it definitely gets you into a good position moving forward. And back to the drawing board for Zoomer Academy. They have had a couple of rounds in a row at A, neither of which going their way, coming down to a 2v2 and a 1v1. Losing both of those out. Looks like some aggression initially over towards mid, or at least one player committed. That aggression, my apologies, was B. Watching through the wall. Bossy finding that frag onto Bones, and that's a big fragger for the Zoomer Academy side. Zoomer Academy side going down early in this round.
Yeah, as you touched on earlier, this is the defending sided Ascent, so Zoomer Academy, though they got off to that strong start on attack, could be stumbling now as Pugstars have been able to establish that economy. They've been able to establish that bankroll. Zoomer Academy have stumbled a bit, furthering their lead in this first half. Pugstars put a stop to the bleeding, picked up the last 2 rounds in a row. could make it 3 here if Zoomer
You should
Academy
run.
don't play this exactly right. There's the lockdown coming out from Zoomer Academy, looking to establish that territory, but I have to say Pugstars don't look very phased by it. They will now back away just in the nick of time. And no, that's disaster for Bossy. Certainly did not expect to be detained. They're right on the edge of the lockdown, gets caught out, gets sprayed down for a fair bit of damage, brought down. Their man finishes the job as the spike goes down. That is disaster for the side of Pugstars, trying to hold down this A site. Zoomer Academy get the spike down, get the door closed, and now Pugstars looking to do this work all over again. 7 though, making their job that much more harder. Picks up the double kill. Simple though has some magic of their own, picks up a double kill, but man, picks up the triple kill. Not to be outdone, Zoomer Academy get themselves 7 rounds in the first half.
Slow, methodical, and well, an A hit there at the very end, really working out effectively. We saw Zoomer Academy trying to go fast, aggressive, get in, and just overwhelm the defense of Pugstars. It wasn't very effective, but it seems that they have maybe made some adjustments. They just got some mid-control early on, and then used that to pull some rotations effectively, started down a player, in fact, in that round. The operator pick, remember, early towards B, it didn't matter a whole lot. So great stuff there from Zoomer Academy. Is now Pugstars, they're forced onto, I mean, a kind of a half-by, you know, eco type of scenario. Got a couple of weapons out, but they're certainly not ideal. And so they are trying to do something with those weapons. Marshall in hand for Iconic. And the catwalk, a very nice headshot onto Bones, who's gone down first in the prior round as well. That's massive stuff for Iconic, is now opening things up for a man advantage. Pugstars in control yet again.
Yeah, I felt that shot from Iconic right onto the head there. And now Pugstars with this 5v4 advantage are going to find their time a little bit easier. Maybe that much easier as Bossy gets the kill on a man. Will be traded out by 7, but Simple, stayed alive for just a moment. Was eventually taken down for 7's double kill. And Fletcher furthers the issue. Takes out Cheat Code. Pugstars in a 1v3 as 7 picks up their 3rd kill of the round. The spike goes down. Valen creeping forward with the Sheriff. Won't be able to find anything except the business end of a Phantom. 7-4-4 picks up the quadra kill, and Zoomer Academy now have picked up 8 rounds in the first half. Pugstars, there was a glimmer of hope available at the end of the tunnel, but it seems that glimmer has been snuffed out by the young guns over at Zoomer Academy.
It certainly has. I mean, this was looking very, very doable, but now less so. Though I will say 8 ultimates online total in this round. So, you know, last round of the half as well. So I would expect to see most of those going out.
We were promised an exciting round here in this 12th rather, and we darn better get it. There goes the first of 8 ultimates on offer for this round. Some scouting done by the Pugstars. Some intel delivers a kill over to Bossy. Arctic gets taken out, but Bones finds the revenge on the Cheat Code there over towards the catwalk. The Hunter's Fury for Simple is hugely successful. Snipes down Bones, but 7 with the revenge on the Bossy with that Blade Storm. The daggers go in, and Valen takes down Fletcher, loses out to man. The kills go 3 for 3 as the remaining 2 Zoomers out onto A site get the spike down. The door is shut. 7 opens it back up as the defenders spark up that lockdown now. 7's gonna have to find a position, finds Iconic rather. Man loses out to Simple, and that's gonna be Pugstars getting a much needed 4th round on the board to close out this first half.
Much needed, yes, though enough, that is yet to be seen.
Revealing area.
That's going to be a difficult second half, I think, here for Pugstars. Though, I will say, I have seen these players move very much heaven and earth to come back in a game where they are down. So definitely don't count them out until it hits round number 13, because they are always in for a comeback, regardless of what the scoreboard is telling you. All that said, though, it is going to be a difficult story, as well. I mean, this is kind of round number one, the first hill that they need to climb to get back into this game, the pistol round. You know, it's not lost if they lose this round by any means, but it's certainly going to make things very, very difficult on the Pugstars here if they are not able to pick this one up.
Absolutely, lots of pressure on the attackers here for this for this 13th round rather. As you said, we've seen these guys move heaven and earth before, but that task has been set before them once again. Here they come. Pugstars surging forward out onto B side, dodging the frenzy bullets sent out by Man. Man ducks away from that shock dart, trading a bit of warning shots there. As the spike goes down onto B site, we're still in a 5v5 situation. Man in the back corridor, Bones sends out the Leer from Market, pushes forward. Here comes Zoomer Academy, but all 5 members of Pugstars are out on site. There's the first kill, there's the second, there's the third. The kills go 2 for 1, favoring the attackers, 3 for 1, favoring the attackers, 4 for 1. Make it 5 for 1. Attackers holding it down. Pugstars secure B sites. Pugstars secure the pistol round.
Pugstars saying, knock, knock, anybody home? And no one was there at B to answer the door. So they came in and knocked it down without any troubles whatsoever. Pugstars looking very strong there in that pistol. And we look at the buy here. This buy, like, Dilly, this just tells me, like, listen, we do not want to lose this round. It's a couple of rifles. I have personally been vying for this buy as the normal buy. The 5 Stingers, I feel like it's too random. But, you know, the two rifles into round number 2, you know things are getting serious for Pugstars because they're like, this is not a round we need to lose. Let's pick this up and use the much better range advantage of these rifles. So, Zoomer Academy, you're going to have to try and make something out of nothing here on the defense.
Yeah, very much Pugstars putting their money where their mouth is with this buy, the Phantom and Vandal in hand alongside these Stingers. That adds up to a large amount of firepower available for the Pugstars. They're going to take a look at making this A play. 7 does get marked out by that recon drone. That's going to spark the execute, and that's going to spark the execution there of the defenders on A site. Pugstars flawlessly clean up the A site, get the spike down. Zoomer Academy maybe had a chance at a thrifty long ago, but that chance seems to have slipped away.
Well, and I mean, we're seeing the power of those rifles right there. You know, using the range that I was just talking about, just not allowing for Zoomer Academy to really close the distance in any realistic way. And now it's just the pistols. Well, okay, I was gonna say try to do something, but Bones has something to say. Oh, that's a second one. It's not supposed to work at that distance, but it does. Valen finally closing things out, and what is pretty respectable, to be honest. A couple of frags there with the Bucky does keep things reasonable there for the Pugstars, but Zoomer Academy, they still are going to have to pull a couple out of the bag because now it's just a 2-round deficit, Dilly. There's not really much between these two teams. It's bonus round, a couple of SMGs out and full rifles for Zoomer Academy.
Yeah, absolutely. This would be a monumental step for Pugstars forward in this match if they can steal away this bonus round from Zoomer Academy. On the other hand, Zoomer Academy, they very much need this round to retain control of this match. They let this one slip away, they may let the whole darn thing slip away. And so, Pugstars looking to exert the pressure on this mid-corridor, have already seized so much territory, now pushing forward out onto the B site. Iconic with the backup, with the Stinger in hand, surging forward. Ooh, but that Nano Swarm, well placed, is going to delay the attack, but not by much. Bossy picks up the double kill, clears out B site. Fletcher mounting response through the mid corridor, takes down Valen. Pugstars get themselves a 4v3 situation with the spike planted on B site. And Zoomer Academy, might they play for just the save here?
It's sure looking like it. I mean, it's hard to like make this decision, especially with how tight this is looking to be. But I mean, Zoomer Academy, it wouldn't be the worst decision in the world to just save these rifles, make sure you have a solid purchase into the next round. But they are playing, I will say, very aggressive for a save. Definitely looking to get a couple of exit frags at the very least. Bones especially playing very close by, and I don't even know if there's really any way for the Jet to trade super effectively, but either way, this is certainly looking solid, and well, Bones effectively using that utility from the Reyna to get out of dodge, deny any sort of push coming through. And Pugstars were very happy to just let Zoomer Academy have that because they just won the bonus round. They didn't have a full investment there. It was a couple of SMGs still on the line for them, and so they picked up the round regardless. So 7-8 now. Pugstars, I said they're never out of it, and they are definitely proving that correct because they have won now 3 in a row to put us in just spitting distance between these two sides.
Yeah, 3 in a row, make it 4 in a row from the previous half as well. This is stellar from the Pugstars here. They were in the face of destruction. Zoomer Academy were looming above them like a hammer, but now Pugstars have seized the opportunity. They've stolen away the momentum from Zoomer Academy, and now Pugstars, they have a comfortable buy. They have a comfortable control of the map as well. Zoomer Academy are afraid to bring the aggression out. They're slinking away into the shadows, not challenging these angles that we've seen them challenge previously. So Pugstars may have struck just a bit of fear into the hearts of the Zoomer Academy. We'll see how this round pans out as Valen inches forward up mid-corridor. There are 2 defenders right around there. The turret giving them away just a little bit. Man, here, Bones loses out. Can Man follow up? This is the push for Pugstars. This is the response from Man. Picks up the double kill. Loses out to Valen in the end, but brings their team into a 3v3 in Pugstars. Setting up onto B site now, leaving Valen in that B main corridor as the spike goes down. Arctic pushing around this corner. Has no idea where Valen might be hiding at. Zoomer Academy all stacked up in this corridor. The dash coming out from 7, pushing forward, takes massive damage from the turret, gets taken out by Valen. Valen pushing for the quadra kill. Pugstars pushing for the tie. 8-8 now. Can you believe it?
I mean, I'm barely believing it, to be honest. This has just been a very solid comeback all the way through. Like you said, 4 rounds before this, now 5 counting the round in the last half. And Pugstars have just been in control thus far on their attacker side. And it's been, you talked about the lack of aggression here for Zoomer Academy. That's what I'm worried about right now, is because the aggression is exactly what you need to do as a defender on this map, because otherwise you just give up far too much of the map. You can't effectively hold the whole map by sitting on the site. And so, well, that's exactly what Zoomer Academy has been doing. Sitting far back, playing it slow, not really getting aggressive, and it's just giving Pugstars all of the room that they could want to work with. And in fact, that's an unfortunate rotation as everyone moves off of A. The entirety of the attackers come through. The Pugstars have an open site to visit and enact their own will on. I love that angle from Bossy. Takes out 7. Keys. Follow up comes through onto Valid. And a second for him as well. So just 2 players left, couple of sheriffs, and not much of a chance making this one. Arctic does get a frag, but it's probably going to be pretty short-lived. The best he can hope for is a couple of kills. He's already got 1 in hand, and, well, getting tagged up through the boxes. Now Valen closing out the triple kill, as it is the first lead, I believe, for Pugstars of this game.
There was a time long, long ago in Valorant Sunday Showdowns of past that few may remember, but still sticks in the mind of the VSS veterans. That time was a time where Iconic was heading up the roster of Mystify. Mystify found themselves on the business end of an 11-1 deficit at the end of a first half, and still that team persevered, got themselves a 13-11 victory, and now Iconic, the very same, leading this Pugstars squad, once again overcoming a deficit that looked near insurmountable. Pugstars get themselves the lead up 9-8, 3 ultimates in the pocket for this 18th round. Zoomer Academy have been left without a single response in the second half. Bones looking to start that response, gets burned down by the Nanoswarm, gets the kill nonetheless. This is the response. Zoomer Academy were looking to provide the first 2 kills for the Zoomer Academy going out on this round. Valen finds the response, takes Bones out through the smoke. Pugstars in a 3v4, setting their sights out onto A side. Cheat Code so close to finding the trade with Man, but will take on Fletcher instead. Wins out in Wine. Now a 3v3 here for Pugstars. The Blade Storm running for the side of Pugstars. Cheat Code picks up the double kill. 7 around the corner. Cannot land the snipe. Arctic on the backup. Takes down Bossy. That's the Blade Storm out of contention. But that is Zoomer Academy out of contention here in the 18th round. Pugstars extend their lead to 2.
I mean, Pugstars, true to the name, just W King. Straight into all of those frags, somehow getting them. To be fair, trading very well. It really wasn't a question mark of how they made that work. Just playing the trades, playing the 2-on-1 correctly in pretty much every scenario, not to mention some very nice frags from Cheat Code on the Reyna, who is having maybe a more quiet game right now, but has been getting the frags necessary on this attacker side whenever needed to step things up. So, Pugstars, they've got a 2-round lead at this point, and they don't look like they are stopping, not dropping a single round just yet on this attacker side. And it's back to the drawing board. Very few weapons, i.e. no weapons of note. Just one stinger on Bones here for the defense, a couple of sheriffs, and a classic to note with. And there is just, I mean, this has really been unfortunate for Zoomer Academy because they have just kind of been on this, you know, buy one, eco one kind of, you know, 1-1 type movement through these rounds. But still, it's just a matter of not being able to put anything together on your gun rounds. And I think it has to do a lot with Pugstars just shutting them down, reading the game very well and moving forward. I don't know if Zoomer Academy, I don't know if this pause is a tactical pause or not, but if it is, I hope it's from Zoomer Academy.
Absolutely. We'll hopefully get all the spilled drinks cleaned up should it have been a technical timeout there. And now, Pugstars looking to continue extending the lead here. Zoomer Academy with a great opportunity to try and stop them. 3 ultimates available. We heard the Blade Storm already procced there for the side of Zoomer Academy. Pugstars, all 5 members creeping towards B side. The recon drone for Zoomer Academy hasn't picked up on this, and here comes the execute from Pugstars, sending out the Nanoswarms, sending out the Leers, sending out the bullets. Valen takes down Bones, but Pugstars have yet to inch forward out on the site. There goes the advancement. There goes the attack. The dash forward from Bossy is so effective. Takes down Man. 7 though with the response. Snipes down Valen with the Blade Storm. Zoomer Academy pick up the double kill. 7 picks up the double kill with that Blade Storm. Takes down Bossy. Zoomer Academy now in a 3v3. Still with a chance in this round as the spike goes down. 7 is on the hunt. Revealed by the recon bolt. Pugstars sending absolutely everything forward. They will find the head of 7, and now only 2 defenders remaining here as the spike ticks down.
So close these rounds have been, but Fletcher now with that recovered rifle, just one player back ready to go around the smoke. A very nice turn from Fletcher, but it doesn't really net anything but 1 kill. Now it's just 2 and Simple not going to be missing that shot. Arctic goes down, and we're just 1 away from match point.
That is unreal from Pugstars. Look at this streak. 8 rounds in a row. Count them. All down the line, carrying over from the first half. Pugstars have turned what was a dire situation into a prime time opportunity to get their hands on some guaranteed cash. $1,000 up for grabs every single week. Pugstars are just 2 rounds away from getting a chance at the lion's share of that prize pool, and you simply could not have guessed that would have been the case watching this first round. A monumental initial turnaround from the Pugstars, and now a prime opportunity to get themselves out onto match point. The lockdown ringing out for Iconic, pushes Man back, but Man still with an angle on this B corridor, trying to land some shots. The alarm bot is triggered. Man trying to find this damage, but the execute from Pugstars has been so sustained. Man stands tall, holds it down, takes down Iconic. Zoomer Academy in a 5v4. They could stop the bleeding right here, and now Cheat Code, though, continues to inflict the pain. Takes down Fletcher, sneaks away as well.
So strong there, but those rotations, I mean, to be fair, it was a commitment, but they have forced everyone over towards the B site. Arctic does pull out the Hunter's Fury to try and deny the spike plant. It does for the time being, but that's going to be short-lived. Bones finding out simple. They move over towards B. Now one on the rotation. That's the reign of Cheat Code. Now needs to do something, needs to do everything, to be honest, because Valen has got to find everything here in defense, but he's just got one. It's now 1-on-3. Cheat Code having to run back, and he's got to contend with the door and a player in the garden, and that's going to be it for Pugstars in this round. Zoomer Academy finally with a response, a much needed one at that. That was do or die time for the Zoomer Academy as they pick up their 9th, but man, has it been a long streak.
It was do or die time, and Zoomer Academy did. An excellent round from the defending side, staying alive, very much staying alive in a literal sense here in the second half. That round crucial to keeping Zoomer Academy in this tournament, and now a full buy carried over for Zoomer Academy, full armor all around, and no operator available for the side of Pugstars. That will limit Bossy just that little bit. See if Pugstars can continue to gain traction here in the second half, or if Zoomer Academy can mount a streak of their own. Pugstars have once again turned their attention over towards the A side. Only Arctic there for Zoomer Academy holding down that A site from heaven. Does have one teammate in Wine there. Fletcher right around the corner. Pugstars seizing the site now. Zoomer Academy not going to pressurize the situation too much quite yet. Waiting for this full 5-on-5 retake situation. Valen takes a big chunk of damage from that shock dart as the spike goes down. And now here comes the fight. Here comes the Hunter's Fury from Simple, looking to find one of the defenders. But it's going to be Bossy who gets the action started, finds the double kill before being put down by Man. Bones with the Empress running, can't do a thing, gets taken out. This is kills all going in the favor of Pugstars. Cheat Code picks up the double kill. Pugstars pick up match point.
Man, this is such an exciting team to watch, and on display right now, just incredible Valorant being played by the Pugstars roster as they move forward. It is going to be at least 3 match points in a row for Zoomer Academy to bring us to overtime, and it's going to be a tall task. Granted, they do have enough cash to pull out most of the weapons. It is a couple of SMGs there for Bones and Fletcher, all things considered, though not a bad purchase, especially off the back of what was a very nice round in the prior one that they picked up. But either way, this is starting to look all the more dire every single round, and now we're going to have to find all of them here in a row.
Pugstars kicking down the door to B-site, taking the fight right to Zoomer Academy. Zoomer Academy able to steal 1 kill around away, now able to steal 2 as Arctic picks up Cheat Code there on the push, but Iconic takes down Fletcher on site. Now Zoomer Academy 2 kills away from losing their tournament life. Here it goes. It's all down to this. Man sets up the lockdown. That's prime position to lock Pugstars into this site. Pugstars now trying to find a way out. They want to get away. There goes, oh my goodness, Bossy gets taken out by Arctic. Arctic picks up the triple kill, but that won't be enough. Pugstars wrap up the victory. Pugstars punch their ticket on into grand finals.
Man, that was so impressive. Pugstars, that comeback, just incredible. Holding off Zoomer Academy to just 1 round in the entirety of that second half. Absolutely remarkable stuff. I mean, like I said, it's not even as if I'm super surprised by that because Pugstars just these names they do just that. They step things up when it matters the most, when everything is on the line. And like you said, the lion's share of $1,000 on the line tonight, and well, they are guaranteed money at this point as they move on to the best of 3 grand finals, and that is, I mean, incredible stuff all the way around. Though, as I will say to Zoomer Academy, what a great start to that first half. You got to figure out how to close it down, though. And Valen, match MVP, 23 and 16 with the 273 combat score. I think that's pretty well deserved, to be honest. I don't know about you. I think Iconic certainly, even though wasn't necessarily up there in the frags, had some very key clutch rounds. But in general, Valen having a great game.
Absolutely. I mean, hats off to the entire roster of Pugstars there. I can think of key moments where all 5 of those players came in clutch for the team. I definitely want to give a shout out to Bossy as well. A huge performance on the Jet, just so dangerous on that agent. Simply, Zoomer Academy, it left like there wasn't answers available to try and solve the problems that Pugstars were causing. And now Pugstars very deservedly, with that comeback victory, punched their ticket on into the grand finals, and we eagerly await to see who will meet them on the other side. But just before that, we are going to take a short few-minute break, and then we will be back with our best of 3 grand finals with Pugstars awaiting a new challenger. Stick around. You definitely don't want to miss it.